There are two types of beings in this world, family: those who return and those who only live once. Us among the melanated, we are those that return. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. That is why when you look at the naming ceremony, especially among the Agikoyo, like I am Mumbi, my Shosho was Mumbi, my Shosho's Shosho was Mumbi. And we know that we are connected to the very first Mumbi that ever lived, which tells you that we come back. Mumbi is always here. That's why you've heard some people, especially if you're from the African families, talk about how so and so reminds them of some guy who, some uncle or some brother or some relative or some ancient one, because we are returning beings. But those that currently rule the world right now, family, they only live once, which is why we are seeing them totally destroy the world. Which is why we are seeing them have so much hatred and envy and jealousy for us and our lands, because this is it for them. There's a research that came out recently that said over 50% of the world right now does not have an inner voice. If you lack an inner voice, then you are literally what they call an NPC. Look that up, NPC. Like it's literally like you have no soul. And so we must awaken to the fact that there are two types of beings existing here. We are the returning ones. And right now, many have returned for such a time as this, family. There have been previous seasons when those that return were overcome but by those that only live once and are governed by very few that return, which is why they're always looking for immortality, which is why they're always looking for life extension. And because they know that we are the returning ones, they have used their astrology, their mastery, their wizardry to try and detect when particular returning ones were coming, when the messiahs of this age were coming. Because there have been many messiahs, there have been many saviors who have come and rewritten the script. There have been many master builders, many master beings who could not be killed, who had the power of resurrection, who had the power to heal, who had the power to restore, who had the power to give life. And those returning ones are back again, which is why the warfare of those that only live once has been so intense in this season and so directed at the children, because they knew that the returning ones were coming back. It was their cycle, and they already know the prophecies. But somehow, because they are not able to live more than once, they cannot possibly imagine what we have lived many times. But it is time for the returning ones to also return as a collective to the great central sun, to the cycle of life, and depart from the cycle of death. We have learnt many valuable lessons from that ancient spirit of death. We have learnt many things about our humanity, about our powers, about our godhood. And we are grateful to the cycle of death for all that, for refining us, for helping us to elevate in so many ways. But now it is time for us to return to the cycle of life, or what they call the golden ages. It is here, it is come, it cannot be changed, it cannot be diverted. Welcome to the new dispensation.